Hello and welcome everybody. This is SWGoH showing some more Ray counters and why this team right here is the king of the counters. And also, does Ray have a bug? We'll see. First things first, we're going to load on in against Tohu with the hardest Ray team I've faced in my shard and the team that I've seen. So it's got Malak and L3 with the Ray trio. And this has taken a lot of time to perfect, so here's what I have. So first things first, you want to pass the weapon tech and get the turn meter over to Thrawn, since he's the only one that can gain the bonus turn meter. So right after Ray goes, he's going to go. You want to swap turn meter over to Malek so that he can dispel the pre-taunt. And then they're going to do some of their stuff, and you just want to fracture Ray as soon as you can. Fear, and just kind of go in after her. Ideally, you want to pop her damage immunity before she uses her ult, so then when she comes out of the ult, you can burn her down. It got a little messy here because of the potential bug that came up. I've seen it in a bunch of other matches, or a few other matches, but it's the first one I've gotten a recording of it. But I'll point it out when it comes by. So really, the general strategy is that you want to try to time when Malek gets his taunt, because that'll really help keep your team alive for longer, and that'll slow their team down by getting the fears and delaying them their turns and cooldowns. So here we go. First ult, starting, getting ready. At this point, you can't really do a whole lot. You can just try to get some banners back. Try to, if you have the cooldowns ready, you can try to keep Malek taunting. As you see there, I got Finn to counterattack, get the taunt, and then I tried to get the taunt back up, but didn't work. But you really just want to build up your survivability at this point. I get a fear there. I save fracture for hopefully when she comes out, and there we go. There it is. Everybody was able to survive it. So gear is pretty important at this point, since they buffed her damage in some way. I don't really know how, but she's definitely doing a lot more damage. You don't want to fracture. I'm not sure. I'm not sold on that, on fracturing there. My thought was you can get everybody else down while she's under fracture. It has worked. It hasn't worked. So I'm not exactly sure what the best way at this point is. But anyway, so here is the bug that's potentially coming. You'll see that she doesn't quite yet have her ult. Her bar isn't completed. But she comes out of fracture and then uses her ult, depletes her bar, but isn't actually using her ult. And I've seen this about two other times, and she uses whirlwind. So I don't know where her cooldowns are at. Lord knows where her speed is, if it's minus the 30% or whatever. I somehow pull out a win here, and now I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's lagging or buggy, but this is crazy because I don't know what stance she's in. I don't know what she's going to do. I don't know if that bar is correct. So let me know if you've seen this before, or if you've seen any other weird bugs with her lately, because it's a little crazy that she's potentially bugged this way. But anyway, so once Ray's down, this team is still pretty hefty on damage, so it's not exactly a cleanup. But if you can just keep timing when Malek gets his taunt, so he'll take all the hits, again delay them their turns and cooldowns and all that. But the fight is relatively simple at this point. You just gotta keep working at it. So I'll let the rest of this play out, and we'll get to the next battle. Awesome. Okay, so this next battle will have GK and Jedi Knight Revan in it. This is actually a pretty tough team, but not for the Darth. So you're just gonna now give the turn meter to Darth Revan. Rey's gonna go, give him the turn meter, he's gonna go next. You wanna then dispel the potential taunt on GK, get fears going. I usually just like to, reduce Finn's cooldowns as much as I can. So similar strategies before with just timing out Malek's taunts, using shock spheres at the right time. Because if you don't, that's when it gets a little tricky. But again, you generally want to try to get her into her damage immunity before she gets into her ultimate. Again, so you can make sure that when she comes out of it, you can kind of just gun her down and take her down as quickly as you can. So there we go. I do get the damage immunity, and that does help a lot. I'm trying to make sure I land as many ability blocks on her as possible, just to be sure that she's not gonna whirlwind anybody unexpectedly. But after you get the control in this way, it's pretty straightforward because you don't have to deal with Malek giving you, their Malek giving you fear or him taunting. And once GK is under lock, it's pretty good there. Also, what's kind of funny is that it's better to use more AOE's on this team because, as you saw, I got Finn down to his damage immunity, he popped out of it, and then I just AOE'd him down. So that's what makes these teams so much easier than that Malek team. And there we go. She's another ultimate. Didn't really do much. I'm gonna drain Poe, and you'll see that the rest of this is actually kind of a cleanup. So I will let this again play out, and we'll see you in the next and final battle. Okay, sweet. So now this next battle has Gas and GK in it. So Gas does put a little wrench in things. He can, if you don't have the right taunt up at the right time, he can, one-shot your Revan or whoever he goes after. So it's good to make sure you get that shock on GK, and then making sure you get these fears off right away. But again, similar strategy. You want to, keep increasing their cooldowns as much as you can. Keep AoEing, is that a word? AoEing, so you can try to knock them all down as you're trying to stall and trying to get Rey down. But yeah, so again, if Malak didn't have his taunt there, that would not have been very good. That would have went on either Thrawn or Darth Revan, and that would have been the end of your run. So you always want to try to keep taunt up on Malek. So that's pretty much it. I do think that these Darth Revan teams are absolutely the best teams out there for countering Rey. As you can see, it counters every and all team compositions that she has, especially even with her ultimate. So thank you all for watching. Be sure to let me know what teams you're seeing and if this team works for you. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe so you're not missing any of the new counters that we're coming up with or anything else in the future. And I will see you all next time.